We are at the Holmes Flat bridge repair project. We've brought a 6x60 double closed end which will go underneath this bridge between the piers out there, and a 4x120 that goes upstream, and a 3x45 that goes downstream. That will isolate the greater river channel from this repair construction zone. Unloading the 6x60 double closed end AquaDam into the water. The polyethylene dam floats, and even in as little as 8 inches of water. 4 3-inch pumps are being set up and primed, ready for pumping the AquaDams up. First one is running. The suction hoses are going down into the water with the fish screen at the far end. There's a wrap around the AquaDam. We are cutting the seams to open it up. And there it goes. Now that the AquaDam is unwrapped and floating in the water, it is being pulled into its final position, which will be just outside the mouth of one of these vents.
Someone lift from that side, I'll push from this side. I know it's pretty later. Yeah, well, fucking...
Once floating, the AquaDam has no weight, only mass and inertia.
You got scissors and a pocket knife, and you can do your nails.
The AquaDam is being unrolled to expose the fill tubes, which are shown with the blue and clear hose coming out. The AquaDam is partially unrolled in the river. The fill tubes are exposed, and now we're running hoses to hook into these pumps. So we'll be pumping river water into the AquaDam. The AquaDam was unfolded upriver, upstream, exposing the customized connection collar, which shrinks down to accept a 4-foot tall AquaDam on that side. The double closed end AquaDam is approximately 60 feet long. Starting there, we'll end about right past that wood right there. So now we've got the dam started, the hoses are connected, and we're about ready to start the pumps. Water is flowing into the AquaDam on one side. We're working on the pumps on the other side, but it should get started here pretty soon. The log that the AquaDam was rolled on is a little wide, and so
There you go.
we're cutting the log. All right, both sides of the AquaDam are filling into the fill tubes. The sides of the AquaDam are folded in, and they will unfold as the dam fills up. And there you can see is the 2 holes that we've pre-cut in the connection collar, which will accept the fill tubes, which we have already made ready on the 4-foot tall AquaDam. The AquaDam has continued to fill. It's sitting on the bottom now, which means that the water inside is just above water level, and it's pushing the AquaDam down to the bottom. So we are about to let the roll unroll a little bit. We are now unrolling the AquaDam to give it more volume for the water inside to fill up. The amount of water in the unrolled section of the dam is acting as an anchor for the dam. As we unroll it, water moves to the new portion, but we always keep a head of water in the dam so that it's not affected by the current coming from upstream. Right now we're facing downstream. The AquaDam has unrolled under the bridge and is continuing on its way. It's probably got about another 30 feet to go. The 6-foot tall AquaDam is nearly 100% unrolled. Just the last little bit has to unroll right there. It's about a few inches above the surrounding water level. And we have recently placed some dunnage material along the side here to guard against some of the old iron bolts that we're installing right up against. So hopefully this padding will be enough. Otherwise, the contractor will need to maintain or perform maintenance pumping to maintain the AquaDam's height. The 6-foot tall AquaDam is almost full. It's about 4.5, 5 feet tall. We are getting ready to connect the 4-foot tall AquaDam to this end of the 6-footer and go upstream with it, back to shore. This will be the upstream leg of the cofferdam and will be forcing all the flow to the other side of the river, which is over there. The 4-foot tall, 120-foot long AquaDam weighs about 400 pounds dry and is easily moved by a small team of men. Once the AquaDam comes into the water, it will have no weight and it should be able to float to where it needs to be, the end of the 6-footer. The workers are cutting off the outer wrap of the AquaDam, exposing the actual 4-foot tall AquaDam, which they are now pulling into place to connect to the 6-footer in the background. The dam floats in water. The fill tubes of the AquaDam have been exposed. The fittings are there. Now the dam must be unrolled.
Sand on her or something. There you go.
The AquaDam is unrolling just to expose the fill tubes, which is right here.
Two fill tubes go up through that hole, so we have to spread this out first.
Now we are opening up the connection collar to allow the second dam, the 4-foot dam, to get pulled inside. So the connection collar is a big sleeve that sits half over the 6-foot dam and half just laying out there. And then we'll pull the 4-footer through the part that's just laying out there. And that'll make the connection. The fill tubes, the end of the blue hoses, come out through the top of the dam right there, left and right.
Gotta get the of course. Okay, the fill tubes go up through those two holes. What if you got to come out here and stand on top of the bag? Okay, the end's up. We've got somebody help me put that up through the hole. Can you sign for it? Put the end up through the hole. It's like, oh yeah. Up here. Up here. Right one. Your side. So now he's going to go over there this afternoon and get the mattress to our place and put it in the garage. The frame comes tomorrow. UPS. Yeah, it's
Okay, here comes the fill tube. The first fill tube has been pulled up through the hole in the connection collar. It has to be pulled up all the way until the outside sleeve of the 4-foot tall dam gets right up to here. So we don't want the fill tubes to be dropping down the side of the 6-footer. We want them to be right up to here, and then that's where the start of the 4-footer starts.
I got it. You got it? Yeah. It's like a tight fit. Keep pulling.
And there's fill tube number 2.
Got it. Hold. Hold up. Go. We're through.
All right.
I believe that's it.
Gotta go up the same length as the other one. Push that side up some more. See any big wrinkles in it?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, we're all the way to the bottom.
There's no big wrinkles right there in front of you.
No.
Are they the same length?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Now that the fill tubes are up through the top of the collar,
so I can go start the pumps.
we're going to connect the pump discharge hoses to the 4-foot tall AquaDam and begin filling this one. As the 4-foot tall AquaDam fills, it will expand out and create a friction bond against the inside of the connection collar. And that patented process is what helps reinforce the connection between two AquaDams, even if they're different sizes. Now that the 4-foot tall AquaDam has been pulled through the connection collar, we're just straightening out the connection collar over the 4-foot tall AquaDam. Now that the 4-footer is basically immobilized because its fill tubes are sucked up through the holes there. So then we just pull all the slack of the connection collar out so we get a nice tight fit all the way around the circumference of the dam along the entire intended length of the connection collar. There it is. So now we've reoriented the roll so it's facing more towards the stream bank. And once this turn fills up with water and sits on the bottom, it will stay here and it won't want to straighten back out again.
Basically, he just doesn't want to go past.
After we made the turn in the AquaDam here, we started cutting off the flow channel of the water here. So that means the water up here has to raise up and divert around the AquaDam and go here or go here. But this flow channel is getting narrower all the time. So as the dam comes close to the shore, the water's going to have a preference for going out here rather than between the AquaDam and the shore. The 4-foot tall AquaDam continues to fill. Several workers are standing behind the roll to give it resistance so that it doesn't unroll prematurely, so that we can control how quickly it unrolls. This is important because the water inside the AquaDam, once it reaches water level, will want to make the roll unroll. But the dam is only stable in moving water if the water level inside of it is higher than the surrounding water. So we manage the height of the water inside the dam as we manage the unrolling of the dam. So they're in balance, they're in harmony, and the AquaDam always stays higher than the surrounding water. The 6-footer is about 5 feet tall. The 4-footer continues to unroll, and it's got about 40 feet left on the roll, more or less. And we've made the final turn back to shoreline. You can see large rocks are being picked from the face of the AquaDam, where it's going to be installed so that they get the best seal. And this is where we're going to run up onto the bank.
Alright. Got it? Yeah, we're on it. Hold it.
Alright, 10 feet to shore.
Oh, yeah.
Same old thing. Holding back the roll, letting the head build, letting the roll come out a little bit, picking rocks them out in front, making a good seal. Alright, the 4-footer is pretty much finished unrolling. There's about 10 or 15 feet left on the roll here. But what they did was they tied the bottom seam to the top seam, and that will hold the roll and stop it from unrolling because it's tied to itself. And now the head inside the dam can build while the workers do other stuff. We're going to prepare for the 3-footer now. And we'll probably top off this 4-footer before we do it. The 3-foot tall, 45-foot long AquaDam is being pulled into the special connection collar on the downstream side of the 6-foot tall AquaDam. Here you can see the fill tubes are exposed, and there's the rest of the roll. We are reaching for the fill tubes of the 3-foot tall AquaDam.
Alright, make sure you give me the, yeah, buddy. Alright, give me the other one. Push up more on the tarp, above you. Enough water if you can. Got it? Yep. Pull it. Hold on. Go.
There we go. You get to the end of the sleeve there, that last band of duct tape. You know it's all the way through. Or maybe not on this dam.
Yo.
The 4-foot tall AquaDam is full. Maxed out, all the way to the shore. Alright, there's the fill tubes. We're going to break the hoses there and bring them over here to start filling the 3-foot tall AquaDam. That one goes to shore, and then the work area is isolated. We are now filling the 3-foot tall AquaDam. The connection has been made. There's the fill tubes where the worker is standing, and there is the modified connection collar with the 3-foot AquaDam roll right there at the end. And so we just started filling. This section here will fill up first, and then we will let the water unroll the roll into the shoreline. Okay, so we made the turn with the 3-foot tall AquaDam. It's now facing roughly that direction, and that's how we're going to run into the shore. The workers picking rocks out from immediately in front of the dam. And they don't have to go very far, just away from the dam. The 3-foot tall AquaDam is filling really quickly. It's only about 45 feet long, and it's already at least a foot out of the water and going towards the shore. Alright, we're under the bridge, right next to the 6-foot tall AquaDam. The worker right in front of me is about 5'10", and when you get right up to it, you'll see the 6-footer is just about 6 feet tall, or 5'10", or pretty close to it. This is why we had to have the big AquaDam go underneath the bridge, because alongside of each one of these piers, the water scours out holes between them. basically right where they're standing. And so the water up here is only about 2, maybe 3 feet deep. But you get under the bridge and it gets down to maybe 4, maybe 5 feet deep. Not yet, but over the lifetime of the project. So that's why we've got such a big dam underneath the bridge. And the 3-footer is done. Alright, now the 3-foot tall aqua dam is finished filling. It is full. So we're going to, we've disconnected the hoses. We're going to finish up the fill tubes. Alright guys, fold the fill tube up against itself.
You said, yeah, just drop one right around here.
Yep.
Go a couple of times around here. No, just the other one.
Alright, that's one. Now we're going to work on the second one. There you go. Alright, fill tube is bent over in half and duct tape put around the middle.
One further down on the bottom.
Alright. So we'll go. Yeah.
Squeeze that together for you.
Aqua dam.
One more, right here. Okay.
Right across the top one?
Yeah. Twist it. There it is. All right, that's how they're supposed to look.